Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Today, I just want to go over a few things of what I've learned doing as far as kickboxing. What are the must-haves that you must need? Because I know I get a lot of questions as far as like, what do you need as far as kickboxing and things like that. So I'm just going to go over a few things that what I bring and obviously what you should bring. So the first thing that you should bring for sure is wraps. I typically used to get like the traditional ones where you just put on and start wrapping, but it wasn't really protecting my knuckles. And then every time that you wrap your knuckles around, it's usually not the same as before. But with this is a lot easier because it already comes with the padding and it's like a glove. So you basically just slip it on and then just literally take the wrap as it is. Literally just go around it about like 3 times. Easily strapped, protects the wrist, but at the same time, most importantly, protects the knuckles because that's where you're going to be hitting, especially when you hit with the first 2 knuckles, especially when you're doing a jab or right cross. You always want to protect it because I've seen and I've experienced myself jamming my knuckles and fracturing it. So you always want to make sure that you protect your knuckles and stay healthy at all times. And then again, you can just easily like take it right off. Don't have to worry about it. But I will say after you start sweating and everything after each class, I would say just to put it in and out so that way it's breathable. Because again, even though when you're washing it, you want to make sure that you wash in the inner side. So that's why I always bring it out so that way, it won't stink or anything like that. And just let it air dry. You can Lysol it or whatever. And then these are also large. So always make sure you get your size depending on your hand size. So the next thing, of course, obviously after the wraps are the gloves. These are Tiger Showman. Shout out to Tiger Showman. These are around 16-ounce gloves. Very well padded. One thing I also want to mention, when you're getting wraps, make sure that you get one size bigger than your glove because, like say for example, I'm used to wearing like say 14 ounces of gloves, but since you have like a large wrap, you want to get maybe one size bigger, which is a 16 ounce after the 14 ounce, so that way it's easier to fit it in and then just strap. So that way you just have more room so it won't be too cluttered as far as that. So that way it's a lot easier to punch and you won't feel uncomfortable. So always want to make sure you have, the right size gloves, but also the right size wraps as well. So that way it just makes it a lot easier. Another one for sure that you need, especially as a kickboxer, shin guards. Again, shout out to Tiger Showman. These are live fearless shin guards, very durable. When I kick, I feel less guilty of going hard on it because it won't hurt my foot or anything. Again, it won't hurt the opponent either as much, especially when you're sparring. It's again friendly sparring, so it's easy. You just put it, slide in, and then just strap it on just nice and tight, so that way it won't slip out. And then it also has like the toe guard as well, so that way it won't slip off. So if you slip it on, you first put this under your foot and then this one over your toe, so that way it's nice and tight. Again, this goes over as well, so that way it makes it nice and easy and durable, so that way it won't slip off, especially when we're getting sweaty and everything. You don't want that to happen. Another most important thing that you need, stay hydrated, especially when it's summertime. You guys, listen, it's summertime. Even with the AC and stuff that we have, we always want to make sure we're hydrated. We also want to make sure that we have electrolytes as well, because we're sweating a lot, so that way you can get the potassium, magnesium, and the sodium that we need. So always make sure that you have those common things that you need as far as the wraps, the gloves, and the shin guards, especially when you're doing a combat sport with the water and the electrolytes. All right, guys? Awesome.